Okay, I'm back. I'm just like resetting up my viewpoints. Anyway, so I'm always watching. You know, hello everybody. I am back. I have my bowl of tea next to me, and I learned a little bit about. So apparently, in one of the Bulba shops, I'm not gonna go in full detail. I'll just actually no, it's fine going into somewhat detail because collaborations on the website. It's Gong Cha. So I wanted to go. Just granted, I did read ahead of time and I called ahead of time a little bit just to make sure that it was still active and everything. So with every 3 purchase of any drink that they have, you are given the chance, not even a chance, you are given a redemption code for the for the promotional amount that they have, as well as a keychain. Don't mind me. I'm gonna start planning so I can get both. But yeah, anyway, go to your Gongcha, go with friends, get your bowl with tea and have fun. I just got one because I just wanted to drink something that wasn't just water. Anyway, with that being said, with my self promotion out of the way, let's continue. Wow, we are in 88. We are literally at 88. I did not think we were gonna go fast. As the heavens burn. So, have you learned more of the final days? Then the journey was well worth the risk. No doubt your newfound knowledge will be a great boon to us all. Unfortunately, during your time on the first, events have taken a turn for the worse. The Scions are running themselves ragged, trying to contain the spread of the blasphemy, but it's a losing battle. To try and ascertain the where and why of it, Alize and Alphino have been traveling all over. Of all the reasons they visited, Lucius Norris is he's one of the worst affected. I want to also double check something. Because I remember reading, I'm sorry, I'm reading. I remember doing the Shadowbringer event, and if you helped everyone from the Shadowbringers, they actually come and assist you in the dungeon run. I think it was known as the Gauntlet. They actually come, and I was wondering if there's something similar to that as well. Probably not. Of all the regions I visited, the Eastern Summer is one of the worst affected. Banquet, Estinian, and Garha took a detachment of the Allied soldiers there to offer aid and succor in those in need. But the province is vast. They've only managed to visit a handful of coastal villages. It was an accomplishment worth celebrating still, but a drop in a bucket at best. In the meantime, Yashel and Master Matoya have been making a concerted effort in establishing contact with Heidelin in Aether Sea, but to no avail. As for Tatara and I, oh my god. Anyway, as for Tatara and I, we've been keeping a close eye on the farm. From what we gathered, they've been constructing a vessel to ferry people to the moon, an ambitious project that has likely been years, if not decades in the making. However, since we've no sign of it thus far, I suspect it's still incomplete. You also recall the proposal issued by Master Horshanel to the people of Razakhan. Following their decision, Vitor declared his support for the plan and urged those who wish to evacuate to accept the form's invitation. So far, so good, but that's where things get a little strange. Apparently, the form caught wind of the lunar teleporter in the Tower of Babel and decided to use it to deliver people to the moon instead of the mysterious ship. Therefore, to secure passage for Harnish refugees to the tower, Alfino, Alize, Estini, and Garaha traveled to Garlemald not long. Trouble is, the capital is hardly the safest place to begin with, and now the final days have come to Garlemald. Shortly after your friends arrived, they were sent to a rendezvous with Master Fortunal, then panic broke out, and our communications were severed. The fragments we were to make out, before the link shell went completely silent, we can only assume the phenomenon has spread to the capital. The others need you, Arte. Please, you must help them. Having you there will make a difference, I'm sure of it. Camp Broken Glass was their first port of call, so best start there. Hopefully Lucia will know where they are. There's no telling what you'll walk into, so you had best take every possible precaution. I wonder what this is. Anyway. Oh shit. Out of the pan and into the fire. Artian, not a moment too soon. The skies over Gulmud are ablaze. It's events on the ground that concerns me. As you all heard when your fellow signs arrived ahead of you. We cut the customary greeting short after we received word from our troops on the Magna Glaciers that the farm ships had landed. But what was then that the heavens began to burn. I dispatched your friends at once and ensured refugees come to no harm. I would have you join them immediately. Additional support is en route, but we'll discuss them later. I trust you're ready to depart. Please note, if you enter battles associated with other quests or log out of the game, this progress will be lost. Let's not have another... Anyway. Early year on the Magna Glacius.
No. We were promised an escape. Not the same doom we fled.
I shall not meet my final days here in this blasted waste. Calm yourselves! Your panic is our greatest enemy. Come, we must build a line of defense. How?
Leave the fighting to us, Father. You must lead the people to safety.
I can handle this pair. You?
Shall tend to the refugees. Let us be about it.
As you wish, my little lord. I'll command the beast's attention. See to the wounded.
Help is at hand.
My grandma just getting like
Leave it to me.
looking to stand with me.
Easy now. Deep breaths. You're safe now.
Worry not for the refugees, but for yourself.
I'm so used to being our version of DOS and healing and save mechanics. This one was a bit weird.
Help! Someone, please!
What?
No. Don't. I don't want to die.
Forward! Let not a single fiend escape! Wait, that's... Euless and the army. So, you've recovered then? In time enough to be of aid, for once. We can speak of it more later. For now, we must fight! To repay your salvation in kind, or with better! For Garlemald has her pride! Of that I've no doubt.
Am I happy to actually see Garlemald and her pride fighting on our side? Yes, I am.
Good gods. Of all possible saviors, the Imperial Army.
Yes.
Oh!
I had hoped to take all of them down at once.
Think a withdrawal might be in order?
Oh, sod that. You know who would never abandon these people to their fate. To be devoured by their former friends. That'd be beyond cruel. These beasts must fall here and now.
Well then, I'd say it's high time we threw caution to the winds.
So long as you spare me the heroic sacrifices. Now, let's go!
Oh, we're taking control of Alizite now. Alright.
I'm fine.
crackles with energy. Find cover!
As they say, turnabout's fair play. On guard.
Oh, Tori. Bit not confident, isn't what I'm saying here.
There's not the barest trace of ether. Maybe there really is no way to bring them back.
Thank you for saving our lives once again. I remember you, from Purusha. You helped us there too, didn't you?
Ah, you're from Palaka's stand. I'm glad you're still in one piece. Or you will be, once I see to that injury of yours.
Look out! Get out of here! Quickly! I won't lose them! Not a one! This will be a brighter future! I won't let a madman's apocalypse ruin everything we've fought to achieve!
Get it together, Alize. You're embarrassing yourself. And in front of father, no less. You might never measure up to our champion. But we ask too much of him as it is. You mustn't let our sword in the darkness fight alone. Oh.
This is precisely why you should never skip your swap regimen. You've done well in my absence. I'm back. I like Alize. Alize doesn't get the sass. He gets it sometimes, but not right now.
I can look after myself, you know.
Everything's in order, I trust?
I've had enough of this rabble! Come on!
Oh, a trio for the ages.
just the beginning.
I had a feeling I'd find you. This should be the last of the worst troublemakers. With me!
That lag. We're gonna send support. I am the support.
You must board without delay. The ship will depart ere long.
Your offer to host us in Sharlayan is most appreciated. But will the final days not soon fall upon it as well?
Your hesitation is not unwarranted. The satrap entrusted me with your lives, yet I have failed your comrades. Nor are you wrong to fear that this corruption will continue to spread. I cannot promise you complete safety, even in my homeland. What I can promise is that I will do all in my power to protect you. That power is not inconsiderable. Even now, my countrymen are preparing the vessel that will deliver us to a sanctuary on the moon. Join us on our journey there, and beyond, to new horizons. Come to Old Sharlayan. Please.
We would be fools to refuse such a generous offer made in earnest.
It seems they've a new destination.
The people of Radzat-Han have known too much suffering. The march to Garlemald will only bring them more, short though it may be.
I quite agree. Fortunately, they have you to look after them.
Yes. Well.
Behind you! Just there!
More of them.
Really?
Xenos! Here!
You'll be all right. Hurry to the airship.
Hi, Blurry.
Why have you come?
A heretofore unseen beast. 'Twas ripe for the slaying. Poor sport, alas. Unfit to temper my blade.
Oh, for the love of... You cannot still be on about a rematch.
That is and has ever been my sole concern. You, on the other hand, are fixated on a different quarry. Your passion pales before mine, yet neither hate nor despair seem sufficient to recapture your misdirected bloodlust. So, I hone my blade, and I wait.
That's it. That's all you care about. Garlemald is in ruins. Our homeland, the nation you rule, is as good as gone. Along with so many of its people. Not just soldiers like us. Not only those who fought and killed for power and duty. Innocent civilians. Murdered by their own flesh and blood. Lost and confused as they breathed their last. While we who survived with our lives and minds intact were left to freeze to death. The Eorzeans tell me all this was your doing! You slaughtered your countrymen! You did! For what?
For nothing, in the end. So much wasted effort.
You You bastard!
For your own sake, Eulus, you must control your anger. It will serve no one should it consume you and see you transformed.
Would you be happier had I a good reason?
What?
If my motives met with your approval, would you no longer resent the outcome? If so, then perhaps a beast's skin would suit you better. Duty, honor, morality. All constructs of convenience when put to proof. Surely the war taught you how easily power becomes the tool of the self-righteous. How the people's justice was merely a means to their ends? Yet you would ask me why. Ask any creature of this star and those above for answers, and they will tell you what suits their fancy. And they would be right to do so. What meaning there is to be found in the petty vicissitudes of your existence must be gleaned by you, and you alone. Should you seek it in battle in the fruitless pursuit of my demise, then come. Assume your rightful place as a notch on my blade.
You are a blight on the Garlean race, and there would be no more satisfying way to expunge it than by beating you to death! But I will not
Hello,
be party
friend.
to another tragedy. I refuse to lose anyone else because of you. So go. Go! And may we never suffer your madness again!
Ouch.
Xenos! Perhaps you found meaning in living
you go.
this way. I cannot deny you found strength.
I literally just got up and I just pulled the wire out of my ear. Out of my headphones.
Yet if you only pursue your hedonistic pleasures and pay no heed to the plight of others, then no one will give you the time of day. You will never get what you want, not even the battle you pine for so dearly. You'll be alone for an eternity, and you'll deserve every agonizing second of it.
We're ready to depart. The refugee ships will be leaving shortly, but I've asked mine to remain for the time being. There's room enough for you to join me on it, if you wish. Do contain your surprise. I needn't agree with the Scion's methods or intentions to acknowledge that their deeds are deserving of gratitude.
We appreciate the offer. But might I ask why you are delaying your departure? I presume it is not solely for our benefit.
I must visit Garlemald ere we return to Sharlayan. Having caused such an uproar, it is only meet that I explain myself to the Ilzabard contingent.
Allow us to accompany you then. We should be glad to facilitate, given our familiarity with all concerned. If you would like to join as well, Eulus, we can speak of recent events on the way.
He'll be after your seat on the forum next.
Susanna's standing there, flowing and caring, and I'm repent. God, I don't know what came over me. I just blurted out the first thing that came to my mind. Looking back on it, I stayed by those words. I would say I hope they didn't incite him to further villainy. But to be honest, I doubt he even remembers what I said. Anyway, enough about all that. It's good to see you again.
No major injuries then. Good. I briefed the recovered soldiers and sent them on their way as quickly as I could, but nevertheless feared they would not make it in time.
The additional support was invaluable. Your men saved more than a few lives. Though not all, I regret to say.
I take it that I'm addressing Lucia Junius. I'm the Forum's envoy, Forchano Leveilleur. And you are owed an explanation for these most dire developments.
Bro, I don't know how much Final Fantasy I've only heard of it, but why does Alphino look like...
Another trial wrought by the final days. I was beginning to suspect as much. You doubtless feel some consternation having been forced to abandon your original plan. But trust me when I say you were right to send the refugees elsewhere. Beasts have been sighted within the capital. Perhaps it was a stroke of grim fortune that the population was decimated beforehand, as they've yet to appear in any great number, but in time.
It's alright.
In any case, Maxima leads the remainder of the contingent in an effort to cull the creatures and evacuate the populace as we speak. Once the airships have taken to the skies, I pray your men can be persuaded to join him.
You'll permit us to retain our weapons?
I wouldn't have sent you after the Scions were I expecting you to stab them in the back.
And I, for one, would not consider past transgressions more relevant than future contributions. Regardless of the circumstances that saw us at odds before, we need men of courage now, more than ever.
We swore to defend Garlemald, and so we shall.
It seems you have everything under control. You will excuse me then, for mine own duties await.
A moment, Master Fortuno. You did desire to express your appreciation for services rendered, did you not?
I did. Though if you intend to again ask that Sharlayan alter its course, you will find my gratitude insufficient.
'Tis nothing so onerous. I wish to hear the details of this grand endeavor of yours.
Do you swear to listen and to learn, and not to embark upon some scheme to impede us?
I swear.
Any other I would doubt, but you I trust to keep your word. For not once have you broken it. Very well. I will request that the Forum make you privy to our plans. You may await our summons at the Baldessian Annex, assuming the decision is in your favor. Does that suffice?
It does. You have my thanks.
Excellent. You can regale us with tales of your most recent sojourn to the First while we wait.
Oh, that's a tale of time travel, my guy. That is a tale of time travel.
Did you hear something just now?
No. Did I just somehow enter the questline of Hildebrand?
Dawn may banish even the darkest night.
Shit, bunny, scared.
And to this
Adorable.
bitter clime bring warmth and comfort.
It's a bunny mouse thing.
'Tis heartening to see such an assembly upon my return. I thought often of you whilst I looked down upon our star's brilliance from the moon above.
Yes, but what are you doing here? And dressed like that? Aren't you cold?
Verily, I fear for my health should I proceed to expound upon our purpose ere I procure more suitable garments.
Man, shivered.
Then allow me to summarize. We're here because none of you lot are up there. Nor has anyone deigned to send word about any changes in the plans. It's rude, is what it is. At least that's what I thought at first, but then folks got to wondering if you weren't in a spot of bother, so we decided to take matters into our own hands. Come down here and help, if our help be needed. So she says, but it's also something of a convenient excuse to visit Aetheris. Oriange made it sound absolutely marvelous. More so before the impending doom, but still. And it's not like there will ever be a better time. What with the aforementioned doom? Marvelous.
marvellous, they say, yet not an ounce of pudding to be found. I must suffer Urianger's inferior works no more.
Hey! Maybe consider the plight of present company before you go blathering on about pudding and doom?
Is this pudding guy okay? I don't know.
Ahem. As I was saying, should you require any assistance with whatever, we are at your disposal.
I don't know if Pudding Way is okay. I do not know.
We were born from Hydalin's love for the lives of this star, so naturally we would much prefer to see them continue. Twiddling our thumbs up on the moon is hardly conducive to that, though, is it? Not when you've all got such precious thoughts and feelings and hopes for the future deserving of more active preservation. Speaking to Urianger made us realize that while we've carried out our duties to the letter, we've failed to fulfill them in spirit. From there, it was just a hop, skip, and a jump towards resolving to do better. So please, show us how. Help us help you.
Forgive me, but are they...
Thy distant collaborators, indeed.
Hail, fellow, well met. You'd be a member of the Forum, would you? It's an honor and a pleasure to meet you at last. I'm Livingway, Hydalin's right paw. That last bit is very important, as am I, if I may humbly say so myself.
I bid you welcome to our star, Livingway. On behalf of the Forum, I thank you for traveling such a distance to meet us. As you have surmised, preparations for the Exodus have not proceeded as smoothly as we had hoped. I should be happy to personally escort you to our headquarters in Sharlayan, where you may advise us as you deem fit.
'Twas with reluctance that I set aside the great work of readying the moon for habitation. Be assured that I did so only after the Loperites made plain their earnest desire to come hither, and I myself felt a growing certainty that their contributions here would prove invaluable. 'Tis trite, perhaps, but I followed my heart.
Good to have you back. May thy disciples banish this darkness of nights.
I am no esteemed philosopher of eld. Nevertheless, 'tis my hope that what little knowledge I shared shall serve them well, and perchance help save us all. Will thou attend us at the Forum and lend thine own wisdom?
Pretty way. If that's all quite settled, can we start moving before Urianger catches his death? Even I'm freezing out here.
Oh, I dare say you'll warm up quickly once you're aboard the airship. Sat shoulder to shoulder with our fur-covered friends.
Pudding Way! Pudding Way! Hang on, Pudding Way is my favorite now because dang. They cute. They are cute. Alright, let's sights. Sightseeing. Oh, it's sightseeing log. Okay. I suggest we return to the Annex forthwith. I may yet have time to discuss the recent adventures ere we are summoned to Rotra. Use a little charms. Oh, okay. I could have taken the Etherlink, or the Ethernet. I should have taken the Ethernet. But you know what? No. The Ethernet chart. It was right there. I should have taken it. But I'm too stubborn. Not that I'm complaining, Urianger, but I wasn't expecting to see you quite so soon. Nor I thine. In extraordinary adventures of affairs, I did inadvertently awaken in a Lothorite's desire to avert our beloved star's demise. Carl tells us more. You have attained new knowledge that may aid us in our ongoing efforts. I have news to share regarding our duty in the Ethereal Sea, but your findings are certain to be greater in interest, and so I would rather hear them first. To what revelations did Heidelin and Ellipsis flower lead? Then this dynamis is what drives the final day. If it and Acacia are one and the same, then it all but proves Nidiana's theory. Where an entity drives sheer force of emotion to channel this vast dormant reservoir into a raging river, its power might surpass even that of ether. But if our star is to replete with ether, that entity would need to be outside its influence to effectively manipulate the dynamics of great expanse. Metion, or rather, the sorrow and suffering of fallen civilizations that she has been hoarding for millennia. Untold anguish and fear and hatred drowned from every corner of the universe, all for a single purpose, the destruction of Aetherius. Then our foe is no longer some unknowable calamity. We have but one aim, to defeat Metion. You make it sound so simple, but you're not wrong. Vanquish Metion, and we deliver the world from the final days. But to even attempt it, there are two conditions. First, we must determine her location, because Metion escaped, an enchantment was placed on her by Venet, the woman who will become Heidelin. The implications of temporal magics are not entirely understood, so we cannot assume that our Heidelin and Venat you met in Aphelios are one and the same. Nevertheless, due to her qualities as an all-powerful being, I wager that Heidelin possessed the knowledge we seek. Whether she would share that knowledge with us, however, remains to be seen. After all, she instead intends for us to flee to Aetherius, not stay. Do you suppose she has abandoned her pursuit of Meteion? No. Meteion is still out there. I know Venet. The Venet I know would never give up. That's my impression too. Otherwise, she wouldn't have used me as a conduit of her will, or provide clues such as the Elpis flower. I believe she has been waiting for mankind's answer to Hermes' question. So, what's the second condition? We must find a means to reach Meteion. Naturally, our chosen method will depend entirely upon whoever she has made her nest. Oh my god, wait, is that a cat girl? Yes, it is a cat girl. That is a cat girl. And communing with Heidelin must be necessarily come first. Sorry, then communing with Heidelin must be a necessity come first. Did you and Master Matoya have any luck with your investigation into the Ethereal Sea? Sadly not. Though we enlisted the help of Arnvold and their Echo-based allies, we couldn't detect so much as a whisper from Heidelin, even from within the Antitower. Master Matoya is of the opinion that in the years since abandoning it, the Forum has found some other method of receiving instructions from Heidelin. If so, most likely be some form of apparatus for observing the Ethereal Sea, though it's closer to home. Sorry, Thura. We've received word from the Forum. Your presence is required in the Rostaria, where they intend to discuss the Great Exodus. Then Father was able to persuade them. Then finally, taking us seriously. They're finally taking us seriously. Let's hear what they have to say. That's what happens when I use the Ethernet. I just arrived at my destination. The forum is in session, and such a roster is closed to visitors. Ah yes, walking through doors. Totally normal. Indeed. Ah, the signs are 7th dawn. Very well. You may wait in the corridor. Of course. And true, you'll be permitted on one condition. You leave your armament at the door, lest you forget. This sacred institution holds rational discourse in the highest. Implements of war are necessarily forbidden. It's the good one. And then everyone else.
There is a matter I wish to raise with you before we enter. We are here to listen and to learn.
That you?
But if the Forum's plans are more or less what I expect, then I should like to make a proposal that will serve our ends. By your leave, of course.
No, I'm right here. This is.
I don't see why not. Your words and wits have gotten us this far.
Agreed. I will present our queries so that you may consider the most advantageous way to advance your proposal without distraction.
Thank you, everyone.
If I may have your attention, the ad hoc session will now commence. The purpose of today's assembly is to brief the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, at their request, on the Great Exodus. You may enter.
The good one. Not the good one.
On behalf of the Forum, I commend your heroic actions on the Magna Glacies. We shall not soon forget your service to us and the people of Radzadhan. The Satrap, whom we have informed of the refugees' new arrangements, sings your praises as well. As an expression of our gratitude, we will endeavor to answer your questions as fully and openly as we are able.
Then let us begin. First, it is the Forum's objective to ferry the life and knowledge of this star to the moon. Am I correct?
You are. It is for this purpose that Sharlayan has labored these many long years. We have collected biological samples and scientific records from across the star. When the time comes, they will be moved from their places in Labyrinthos and Numenon and conveyed to safety. Once that critical task has been accomplished, we will begin transporting the Sharlayan citizenry, which has been categorized into groups. The earliest arrivals are to ensure hospitable environs for those who come after. Following our people, we will send those of other nations in turn, beginning with our allies. Radzadhan was foremost among these, but since the final days have already come to Thavnair, we saw fit to include the refugees with earlier groupings.
An ambitious plan. You have accounted for the safety of all nations and tribes, then?
As many as we can.
And how, pray tell, do you decide who to leave behind?
To journey beyond the sky is an unprecedented and immeasurably difficult endeavor. Introducing sources of inevitable conflict would condemn all to certain death.
Questions as to the validity of that approach aside, are your plans proceeding apace? We're under the impression that your primary means of celestial transportation is incomplete.
If only in that it does not meet our optimal parameters, that is correct. This Ark, as some have taken to calling it, is fully operational and could be launched even today. However, the final days have progressed more quickly than we anticipated. At present, the ship is incapable of attaining speeds sufficient to meet our evacuation targets. Should we put the vessel into service, as it is now, we will be unable to travel to the moon and back quickly enough to complete the necessary number of trips. Precious lives and knowledge will be lost.
Seven hells. Is there anything to be done?
The ether burner, the primary means of propulsion once the craft is in the space between stars, is undergoing testing to determine whether it can be made more efficient. Though cargo is being loaded for the initial phase of the Exodus, we are prepared to continue our experimentation up to the day before launch, should it prove necessary.
What if the Scions were to solve your problem? We shall help devise a means to improve the ether burner's efficiency, on 2 conditions. If we succeed, you must allow us to meet with Hydaelyn.
'Twas simple enough to deduce. You have a Concord, and so you would never have abandoned the anti-tower had you no other means of communication. One far more convenient, I suspect.
The second condition, also to be met upon our success, is that we be permitted to propose another use for your Ark.
We would be at liberty to refuse this proposal.
Of course. If we cannot prove its merit to the 99 here, who are we to stake on it the lives of all peoples of this star?
Delightful as always, Master Alfino. Oh, we couldn't have asked for a finer plan. Allow us to solve this complex engineering problem of which we were entirely unaware until moments ago. What could possibly go wrong? The satire writes itself. Yet, what field has not benefited from a change in perspective? When we are at wit's end, what we need is not the same dry theories recited ad nauseam, but fresh inspiration. I, for one, have faith in my erstwhile students to provide it, and I find their terms to be perfectly acceptable.
Order! Order! We have no time to waste on debate. I call a vote. All in favor of agreeing to the Scion's terms?
Sounds like...
"71 in favor, 28 against. The ayes have it."
Alright.
Fortuneau,
Don't
as
worry,
the
Red.
architect of this project, you are the best candidate to show them its current state. And bear in mind that regardless of your personal misgivings, this is the will of the Forum.
Don't worry, Rev. The guy that laughed, he's not a bad person. As I kept saying, he's one of the good ones. It's him and him that I don't like.
I call this session to a close. Return to your tasks with urgency. The final days wait for none.
Yep. The laughing guy is actually one of the good people. It's actually Fortuno and him that I do not like. Him, specifically. I don't like him. I don't like him. Sorry about not letting the rest of you in my plan. I was admittedly thinking on my feet for the most part. But since we acquired both means of communicating with Heidelin and reaching Medium, in the spur of the moment I saw involving ourselves the completion of the arc as a way to work towards both objectives simultaneously. I said it because it sounded full of sarcasm and not a genuine compliment. Okay. However, we must first keep our end of the bargain by solving the problem of the ether burn. Or, at least, the experience of our extended circle of associates. It must behoove us to learn how an ether burner actually works before we attempt to improve it, though. Well, technically, there's one person we can call that knows anything about engineering. Well, two people that we can call that knows anything about engineering. Two people exactly. Oh god, it's a voice crack. As instructed, I shall take you to see the ether burner. Meet me outside the Archleon. I trust you can make your own way there. So the arc is being built in Navrinicus. Hardly surprising. Where else could they conceal such a massive undertaking? Yep. I actually just guessed on this one. Enter Labyrinthos. God dang though, this is reminding me of when I played D&D. I don't know why. You know, I feel that. I don't understand his music, but it's fun. Is that a vehicle? Yes. Yes, it is. I have a car as well. Gotta come back. Our destination lies in the lower levels. Inform has thought I would have thought you'd use force or something. No, we use chocobos. But depending on when and where you are, the vehicles tend to change. Sometimes we use a phoenix. Yeah, Final Fantasy gets very weird when it comes to animals. The Forum in its wisdom has granted you access to the Archeon lifts. Step aside and you'll have the ability to take you to the medic current. That's it. Rising Phoenix. Number 9000. Firebird. Other times just a random card. How I got these, I completed trials, and I just basically grinded them. One of the mounts I got two of them. This one and this one. I got from an event. You wish to use the lift, yes? Yes, Dragons. I have sent my associates leading to the Labyrinth Alpha on the other side of that. Where y'all are gonna mix it. Actually, there's something I've been meaning to. No, never mind. I can wait. Let us attend the matter at hand. Go back. Go back. Go head back. You're so substantial that you don't know. Go hack yourself 16 moments. I just got done with ZZZ. More ZZZ. But I'd rather not go back, you know. I'm just dumb. We are to wait here while Fowler arranges us for the use of next lift. Hey. The logger is an alpha, with its conditions on everything as a regular. Water is drawn underground and dispersed as vapor simultaneously, stimulating the formation of artificial cloud and rain. By manipulating the temperature and air circle, they are able to create the ideal environment for growth and preservation of biological samples kept here. Hold on, how do you know so much about it? Why, father brought me here as a child. What? And left me behind. Actually, you're the one who left me behind when you went off somewhere with grandfather. The night before, I've been asking how father and the clouds are made, so he decided to show me. It was fascinating. I peppered him with questions the entire time. It's all too easy to take granted the times intertwined aspects of the natural world to grow inured to the wonders. But having gained the understanding of the complex mechanism employed by the Lofret in recreating a similar environment, come to view such processes in a new light. The subterranean gardens in Labyrinthios, the lunar prison, forged to contain the ancient Zodiac, the built for all mankind that's in the moon's surface. Each unique, yet deniably similar. Just no more coincidence. Ever since Hyland untold to us a grim fate awaits Aetherius, every essential resources we could spare has delivered Lambranthios in preparation for the Great Exodus. But that's not all. It is also testing ground for technologies that allow us to settle on distant stars. Though the Lothrites have endeavored to make the moon inhabitable, that is not our final destination. Mankind must learn to propagate life where there is none, to thrive where it is all barren. Alas, time is not on our side. I have arranged for you all to enter the central circuit. It is there the most preparations for the Great Exodus are carried out. The construction of the Ark among them. Though our plans have been made public, access remains highly restricted. You, however, will not be subjected to restrictions, and will have free reign to come and go as you please, such as the will of the Forum, after all. We will prove ourselves worthy of your trust. Then let us proceed. Sometimes Final Fantasy just takes like a little left turn for expedition. Sometimes, just sometimes. This is one of those times though. The period of form, the signs of Seven Dawn are permitted to enter the center circuit. The Ether Banner is being constructed not far from here. Overseeing the work is Popolo Dankol, after whom the forge is named. Once the necessary instructions have been made, I shall leave you with him to discuss particulars this way. Can we just call Sid and his angry boyfriend? Let's be honest. The two of them would love to take care of this.
Could swap them out. No, been there, done that. Damn near lost my eyebrows. Think, Coco, think! We'd be well on our way to paradise. Visionaries patting themselves on the backs for their grand accomplishments if you'd only think!
Yes, that does sound rather lovely.
Yeah! I mean, Master Force, you know, what a pleasant surprise. We're not blasting off already, are we?
The schedule remains unchanged, for better or worse. Which is why the Forum has elected to accept assistance in resolving the Ether Burner conundrum.
Huh. Not seen you lot down here before.
There are Archons among their number, but engineering is not their expertise. Nevertheless, the Forum concedes the slim possibility that they may have insights to offer. If not, you are at liberty to return them to the surface, by whatever means you see fit.
I assure you that won't be necessary. Now, about your troubles with the Ether Burner.
Aye, I'll walk you through it. Suppose I could do with a change of pace. As the name ought to tell you, the ether burner burns ether, ambient or otherwise, and transforms it into motive force. Think of it like a giant bomb that never stops exploding. Even out in that black void where the ether's right sparse, it's strong enough to move our arc. And it probably won't kill you like an actual bomb. But it ain't perfect. According to my calculations, to travel to the moon and back fast enough for the forum's liking, the conversion rate needs to be 6% more efficient. A measly 6%, you say? But if I could have squeezed even another 0.6 out of it, don't you think I'd have built it that way in the first place?
Hast thou consulted with the Loperids?
Yes, they too are conducting their own research, for lack of a ready answer. The moon's propulsion systems are considerable, naturally, yet they are commensurately massive. It is no easy feat to convert their technology into an efficient means of propulsion for a teeny tiny toy boat, as they say, and as I most certainly do not.
Yes, exactly! Damn it all, I asked for refined adamantite and they send me uppity rabbits with inscrutable, ancient, incompatible technology! You're trying to drive me mad!
Do you speak of Allagan refined adamantite, perchance?
You know of it?
Only in the most general terms, I'm afraid. 'Twas an alloy of Allagan make, but the secrets of its production were closely guarded. As I recall, the record stated it was vital to Dalamud's construction and launch.
Aye, that's the stuff. No material more conductive far as I know. Slotting some in's like blowing up a dam and watching the river of ether come rushing through. Ain't a living soul that knows how to make it, though. We were fortunate enough to salvage some for the ether burner, just a wee bit, mind, from a chunk of Dalamud that came hurtling into the Northern Empty during the calamity. With more, well, that extra 6% efficiency would be child's play. It's a crying shame that we've no other sources.
Surely the many shards of Dalamud scattered throughout Eorzea would suffice. Why not get the refined adamantite from them?
Oh, we tried, believe you me. But only a few specialised pieces would have had any in them to begin with. Drive calls from Ragnarok-class internment hulks. Those are the prize bits we really need. According to the Gleaners, getting to them means delving deep into the shards, and the defences are still very operational and very eager to blow them up. It's rough going in there, even for the cream. Not sure they'd make it out alive.
Weren't we near that part of the Ragnarok when we went to destroy Bahamut?
Yes. Alright. Alright, I'll be right back. I am gonna go eat. Back in about like 10 to 20 minutes. I am back. I'm back. Sorry, it took a bit. I'm back. Welcome back. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Not sure how long it took. I think it took like 30 minutes. This was probably the longest it took. Excuse me. You want me to go fetch the wall sits, the White Raven's ghost. It haunts me. Sounds like a job for someone. Sounds like a job for someone else.
Oh, very funny. Ha ha.
There are multiple interment hulks in Eorzea alone, so handling this ourselves may not be the most efficient option. Rather, if we could salvage adamantite from the shards simultaneously... Thancred, is the link shell we established before you went to Garlemald still active?
Of course. The floor is yours.
What's all this? Gathering firewood, so to speak. We alone can accomplish little, but joined by others, we may yet build a bonfire to carry us heavensward. This is Alphino. The Scions have need of you.
Understood. I will contact the Lord Commander and dispatch our finest at once.
My sisters are somewhat preoccupied with the final days, so I will lead the 12-foot expedition myself.
Are you aware of any other sources of refined adamantite?
Logically, such an invaluable alloy would have been utilized solely where absolutely necessary, in components intended to conduct or collect surpassing amounts of ether. Any extant instrumentation or devices would have likely found their way into the hands of etherologists, or enthusiasts.
Magical artifacts of Allagan design? The Eastern Alliance will send word to one and all. Are there other ways we may offer aid? No shards of the Lesser Moon scar our soil, but our stake in this cause is no less for it.
Is there anything in Othard that might be of use to you?
What did you say? Oh, you got friends in far places, lad. Anyway, if you're offering, I wouldn't say no to one of those Far Eastern sacred relics. Some of them can hold enough ether to summon a whole damn primal. Combine a source like that with the ether burner, and 3, 2, 1, kaboom!
I gather you heard his explosive enthusiasm. Might you secure us a suitable relic?
It shall be done. I know little of machines, but I promise we will do our utmost to gather the materials you need to finish your starship. I am glad for the work, in truth. Better to busy oneself than wait and fret over disasters foretold.
Then why are we all still standing about yapping? There's plunder for the taking, and I'm a born plunderer. I'll be an old Charlian before you know it. Start mixing the grog.
I'm certain that can be arranged. Thank you all, and do be careful.
Just like that.
Aye,
Just like that, our refined adamantite is on its way. Now let us consider our next steps, shall we? There's yet much to be done.
Just like that. My concern, well, not really concern, is more like, how do I get the Endwalker artifact armor? Because I want it. It's like times like these remind of how famous or infamous Alphabet has become. Who would have thought he could achieve so much with a single link pearl composition? As we're expecting rather a lot of visitors in the near future, it best return to the service and inform the relevant parties. I also have a contact of my own that might be worth a try. Oh, and who that might be. That's for me to know and you to find out. On that note, leave matters here. Leave matters here in your capable hands. Best of luck. Meanwhile, when will die.
Our course of action is clear. We must harvest refined adamantite from the shards of Dalamud and procure arcane relics of Allagan make. Summon the best and brightest of our immortal flames, and form an expeditionary party at once. Call upon the Salt and Sworn and Brass Blades for support as you must. Papashan, send word to the guilds. We will require the expertise of master artisans if we are to have any hope of identifying and recovering these elusive materials. Viergeist, we have need of your stone torches. They are to assist the immortal flames in scouring the ruins and to help secure the surrounding areas. I trust I can count on your support.
As commander of the Stone Torches, my son Zimberk will personally see it done.
Pippin, I would have you lead the raiding party. Assemble your finest, and with Tizona's blade, clear the way. Lord Lolorito, I pray you take charge of the search for Allagan relics. Surely you know of some being traded on open or clandestine markets, or sleeping in collectors' vaults. Of course, I ask not that you do this out of the kindness of your heart. By all means, profit on the transactions. I wish you the joy of it. The final days descend upon our world. If circumstances are truly as dire as they say, Uldar's best efforts may be for naught. And yet, when we Eorzeans rose from the ashes to rebuild our broken realm, did we not learn one simple truth? That which seems all but impossible to overcome alone may yet be possible if we stand together. It was the Scions who united us then, and it is the Scions who call upon us now. Uldar will answer that call. We will summon our courage and join the fight for our world's future. You know your duties. I, Nanamo Ulnamo, 17th in the line of Ul, bid you good luck and Godspeed.
Meanwhile, in the Black Shroud.
We've fielded a goodly number, but our ranks are heavy with healers, and an abundance of restorative magics will be of little help in destroying Dalamud's defenses. Still, it has ever been thus with Gridania. We must steel ourselves for a protracted engagement.
In that case, might I suggest taking us along?
Commander Hext, what are you doing here?
None of the shards in Girabania are big enough to hold an internment hulk. So we said to ourselves, why not lend our neighbors a hand? We thought you might be short on people with a talent for breaking things.
While it pains me to admit it, you are right. Our deficiency so plain to see.
It might have been a lifetime ago, but I was once one of the Scions assigned to the Shroud. I know this forest well. I know your people. And I know we will be stronger if we fight this fight together.
Then I will impose upon you with a clear conscience. Come. Let us speak of how to integrate our forces.
I won't let it all be for nothing. I promise you, Papalimo.
Meanwhile, in Korthus. Run.
There you are! We've no time to waste, brother. Everyone has already...
I'm an alien.
That was a roar. A dragon's roar.
Archifont, watch over the Pirate City for me, please. Got stories to tell you when I come back.
And so, in summation, the Eastern Alliance, as well as the Honourable Lord Lolorito himself, reached out to me for assistance in procuring these treasures of the divine, and I, in turn, do beseech the Confederacy for aid. Is that...
Hancock? What a surprise this is. And a fortuitous one at that. I have a favor to ask, you see.
No job too small. Though our friends are searching for refined adamantite and sacred relics, we will only know if they meet the recurrence once they arrive. In the meantime, all else to be service? You already done more than enough. If I can say though, I could use someone who knows a thing or two about Algian technology. You there, the lad with the red eyes and meshed hair. You seem to know more than an average scholar. If only Massacre knew how right he was. While he and Graha established rapport, why don't we help the preparation for the great exodus? Indeed, this would mean going above and beyond the terms of our agreement, but I propose this will not to curry your favor. As confident I am that we will succeed, we must be ready for every eventuality. This would be the opportunity to familiarize ourselves with the logistics of traversing the great expanse. And if nothing else, it beats twiddling our thumbs while we wait for the adamantite. Well, aren't you a bunch of helpful beggars? If I have a mind to lend a hand, I know where you ought to go. Charlene Hamlin is a lousy with research and scholar types. Busy himself preparing for the exodus. That's needs all the help they can get. Well then, off we go. No job too small. What's this? From what I can tell, a lot of people actually live down here. I don't know how much help we can offer. I dare say they'll benefit from some of that fresh inspiration and skull imagination mentioned. Let's start by asking idly around, without getting in anyone's way. Let's meet by the Etherite once our work is done. Oh, hello? Are you one of the new helpers? Working on the ether burner? Oh dear. I hear things have come to be a standstill down that front. Even so, I choose that over my current duties. Checking the loading samples day in day out is tiring tactless work. Still, no one will cross. I may place a few light moons, or have what you? The forum's got enough on their plate as it is. But with dealing gets to the board arc, and when lots of powerful people have opinions about that, my heart goes to a massive portion on the others. Hardly to get the moment's rest, I expect. Do they even have the time to sleep? He's making that foot. Okay. Helping with the arc, even with all the power Master Arc managed, just squeeze out the ether burner, it's still not enough apparently. And now I hear the final has arrived. Horrible creatures running rampant all over. Oh, we gotta get sooner. People are dying and there are no end to it if we don't fulfill our duties. But we will. We spent years preparing for this moment. Believe in the plan and all will be well. Offering to help is very kind. Should be able to recognize the rest of the document myself. It's most of the list of things we need once we arrive in the moon. And then whichever star we choose as our home, my duties largely concern the maintenance of living conditions. So I'll be a lot busier than we depart. I hear that our lunar collaborations have come down to assets in our efforts. I'm looking forward to finally meet them in person. After having communicated with them in settlement capacity thus far. To be perfectly honest, I'm not even the slightest idea what they look like. I do hope they're not enormous looming giants. Why, I would prefer something small and fluffy. Like that. He had a rabbit that ran by. Oh, how you are so right. Fancy meeting you here, are you? Our friends on the farm brought us to see teeny tiny toy boat, which was quite impressive considering they didn't use any creation magics. What we're really interested in the is Aether's itself, though we now find ourselves in a sort of funny underground miniaturized version of it. We are hoping that the farm would give us a grand tour. but it appears they're rather preoccupied, honestly. All the time to prepare and they're still not ready? I suppose we'll just have to show ourselves around, or at least that we were what we are planning to do until we chance upon Urianjang and your good self. Since you're both dwelling about, engaging out of chatter, perhaps you could show us a few points of interest. Wouldn't that be fun? A tour of Lambriathos. An unexpected, prudent suggestion. Given the similarity betwixt the artificial government and Bestway's borough, it would be in our best interest to have Lafayette acquaint themselves with the conditions deemed optimal by their Charlene collaborators. I fear, however, they continue reliance upon my limited knowledge would risk narrowing rather than broadening their perspective. Mayhap thou art better suited to lead this venue. What a marvelous idea! We might begin with the great big who sits over there yonder. Ah yes, Bosit. I shall leave it to the question of art. Goodness me, to build something so large with that creature magic is possibly stupendous. Perhaps you could direct our attention to the most important creatures. Observe the mushroom-like thing. Looks like a tree in a greatest Ensville. Up on that little bit strange shape. It's a thin at the top but a big and round at the bottom. At the top. Quite tall for something so unbalanced too. Now it makes sense. That's where they store water. It's hard to see from here, but is the golden pipes connected to the top of those tanks? And I can see through that the window of another pipe at the bottom. This must be for purifying water drawn up from below. Is that water I hear rushing inside that great big tube? Must be because of all those cogs and gigantic wheel at the top. Oh, I see. That's how they draw water up. It's probably some sort of spiral-shaped mechanism inside it too. Well, if I already haze a guest, water drawn from the ground, presumably with some other mechanism, is purified here and stored in that tower before being distributed elsewhere. Am I right, aren't I? I knew it. A design in a brilliant simplicity. I dare say it would take only a moment to install, even in the harshest of environments. For a Slufferite, that is. Indeed, securing a reliable source of water is the utmost important for any fledgling settlement. We have read, however, the people of the Ethereum sometimes make their homes in arid deserts and such. How are they able to survive? Many settlements in Thanalan are built near an oasis. Areas near waterfalls are common sites for villages in Garabania. So wherever you choose, you're never too far from water. Oh dear, my word, we won't be able to procure that necessary amount. We can provide enough water to keep them from dying out completely, but it would appear that they rely on far more than we anticipated. A few adjustments may be in order. Once we've calculated the average rate of consumption per individual, it may also be worth learning how about exactly they obtained their water in the first place. Thus, Alvin spoke of the machine responsible for the feat during our journey through 1% Alpha, did he not? Mayhap the love threads will share this appreciation for engagement, Marvel. Oh yes, that sounds absolutely splendid. We must journey beyond the sanctuary of Charlie and Hamilton. I shall lead the way. You mean we'll have to brave the untamed wilderness? A very concern indeed. We couldn't not help but notice the dangerous-looking creatures with big nasty teeth lurking beyond the safe confines of this settlement. Were we not escorted here by borrowed custodians, I dread to think what would have become of us. Regrettably, too many hungry predators, with the aforementioned big nasty teeth, love rights may appear to be partially compulsory rather than an appetizing source of sustenance. Might I impose upon thee to assist in securing safe passage for the Lufferets? For my part, I shall act as escort in living way and cooking way. I am trusting way and rowing way in thy care. More valiant protector they could not wish for. Godspeed. If it's all the same to you, I'd rather not be eaten by horrid beasties. Come along, going way. To the water extraction tool set. Thank you so much. I hope this water extraction is worth it. These harrowing experiences. All part of the fun, some might say, but I'd rather not be burnt to the crisp if it's all the same to you. My friends, I bid you welcome to Lessons Alpha. Our destination doth fly at the lift's tops. Pray follow me. kind of go like a full circle. I thought that said weed researcher. I was like, what? Apparently most of them don't even have air to breathe. Very lucky that the areas just so happen to provide everything in its right, or did mankind turn out the way they are because of oil resources? I wonder. Either way, it's nothing short of miraculous, and I cannot wait to see more of it. Okay. I'll be right back. I'm gonna end stream just a little bit, because I have been streaming for a lot today. So I'm going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. So I'll be right back. I'm gonna rest up just a little bit, because I'm actually starting to feel a little bit tired for some reason. So, for now. Cheers!